Hello, my friends. Welcome to my May TBR, which is probably my favorite TBR to film each year because May is my birthday month and I celebrate all month, not like it's focused on me all month, but I try to find little things throughout the month to make the month better. And one of the ways I try to do so is by making it the best reading month of the year, trying to intentionally set myself up for success. And hopefully this May will be a great one. I have a couple of books that I have to read in May, and then a few books I want to squeeze in because I want to try to get a few more books checked off of my 40 before 40 list, since I'll be turning 40 3/4 of the way through the month. And then we will just see what else happens. I've got my huge stack of cards, which I should probably just try to shuffle a little bit here. We're gonna see if I can just make a great TBR using my TBR cards, using the prompts to help me generate an awesome list. And honestly, if the prompts lead me to a book that I really don't want to read, we're just gonna move on and pick something else. So let's start with the books I have to read. The first one is the Indie Book Club book for the month. So I'm doing this book club over on Instagram. You can read the book with me. And then the last week I put up in my stories Monday or Tuesday for you guys to share some thoughts. And then on Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month, I jump in with my thoughts. And for May, I knew I wanted to continue this series, but they're all standalone books. So it's the third book in a series technically, but you can totally jump in with it. And it's Crosswords by Shatona Havig. This is book 3 in the Bookstring series. But like I said, they're all standalones. I also just shared this in my book haul because it just came out and I got it sent to me by Shatona. And what happens in this series is we have a man named Milton. He has spent his life helping businesses get out of debt. And in the Bookstring series, he focuses on bookstores. And he finds different ways for bookstores to make money and, have a successful business. Which, as a bookish person, the idea of owning a bookstore, it's so great in theory. I wouldn't want to actually have to do it, but I love the idea of it. I love reading about it, and I've just loved this series. And I did share this in my book haul, but in the back of the book, she lists the books that she the characters recommend or whatever. So there's 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of pages of a book list. So when you read a book from this series, it also blows up your TBR in the best ways. And this bookstore is based off of a actual bookstore. And this, I'm assuming the storyline doesn't, though. Shatona does have a video where she goes to the bookstore and has a interview, I think, with people. I want to watch it, but I wanted to read the book first. So this one says, Crosswords has thrived for over 50 years, and Shiloh Scott runs it with equal parts scripture, encouragement, and wholehearted hugs. So when she moves the store to a new location, she expects shelving chaos. She does not expect to learn her nephew is done with Jesus. Judah Hensley isn't rebelling. He isn't doubting. He's never really believed. The last thing he needs is a spring break spent hauling Bibles or a summer of cheerful, blessed days. Unfortunately for him, Panda Marie, sunshine with a betta fish named Sushi, has questions and opinions and a stubborn refusal to let him decide to hide behind sarcasm. Their banter cackles, which Shatona always does banter well, so that's great. Their arguments dig deeper, and somewhere between cinnamon roll diplomacy and alphabetizing devotionals, Judah's certainty begins to wobble. And then we've got Milton coming in with his bird, I'm assuming, doesn't say, oh, here we go. Yes, his parrotlet, who is Atticus, but not a finch. Let's try the first sentence. I always love doing that. We are Monday, March 2nd, Greenville, Tennessee. A new chapter of Shiloh Scott's life would begin as soon as she decided which page to turn. Ooh, and I see something about choose your own adventure because that's cool. I love choose your own adventure stories. So going to be reading this, going to be talking about it on Instagram. and chances are going to be loving it. My other, what I'm calling like a must read, is the book for my Read Your Bookshelf challenge. So for May, I decided to do a book with a place in the title. And I feel like it's generally not that hard to do, but I was looking at my shelves and I was like, oh, I do not have that many books with places in the title. Like, I had a few options, but this one stuck out to me because, one, it's got birds on the cover, and I'm like, I have always, at least the last number of years, enjoyed birds, but I'm feeling a little bird obsessed lately, and it looks very summery, and I'm just in the mood for some nice weather. This is The Sands of Sea Blue Beach by Rachel Hawke. I don't remember anything about it. Emery Quinn finds herself at a crossroads between her career and complex family dynamics. Struggling to connect with her blended family and ready for a fresh start, Emery accepts the position of editor-in-chief at the Sea Blue Beach Gazette. Upon her return to the Sands Motor Motel, she is flooded with bittersweet memories of her late mother and past regrets from a long-ago summer. And then we've entered architect Caleb Ransom, who has returned home to Sea Blue Beach, a place filled with cherished memories and potential opportunities. He means to make a difference for his family and his hometown by caring for his troubled sister's son and preserving the history of the town as the leader of the new Main Street initiative. Okay. Oh, there's like some maybe like text messages in here, and yeah, some like texting back and forth that maybe it looks like. Based off of how that's formatted. I don't want to spoil myself for it. Let's see, chapter 1 is now New Year's Eve. Well, she did not see this coming, is how it starts. And I like short, snappy first sentences that make me curious. I recently posted some on Instagram and then reshared it into my YouTube posts. And it's interesting because some people really like longer sentences. They like to have more of an idea, and I like the short, snappy, so that I want to keep reading and know what's going to happen. Different people like different things. So these are my two have to read books. That should be no problem. And now we are going to turn to the cards, which I feel like I've probably shuffled so much that they're completely unshuffled by now. We're going to start with this stack. That is a small stack that tells me where in my massive stack I'm pulling from. So let's see what the top one, the top one is. Draw from the top. So I'm just going to pick the top 3 and decide from there which prompt I'm going to use. So the first one says a standalone. So any book that's a standalone. A book you've previously DNF'd. Probably not going to be doing this for trying to read books that I'm excited about. And a mystery. Okay, that's not a bad thing. I love mysteries. Yeah, we're going to not do a book I've previously DNF'd. A mystery or a standalone. I could go either way. I'm going to go look at my shelves and we'll see what I pull. Well, I found a book that is a mystery and a standalone, so that works well. I just barely hauled this one. This is Raccoon Key. It says, the light swept the sea, the cottage bore the blood, the keeper held his tongue. And this has to do with a still unsolved mystery, a real 1873 mystery still unsolved. So this has to do with what happened to Brigitte Johnson. Throat slashed ear to ear, family jewels vanished, coroner's inquest dubious, suspicion, lighthouse keeper, assistance, or a stranger of the night. And then we've got Lennon Wilder, who returns home to track loggerhead turtles and never expects to cross paths with Gray Sutton, the one man she can't quite erase from her memory. And when the pages of a century-old journal are opened and valuable treasure is discovered, research becomes a relentless search for the rightful owner. So it's got some mystery to it, real historical mystery. Let's see, we're gonna do the first sentence. I'm gonna skip the prologue. I always do when I read the first sentence. I don't skip it when I actually read the book. Chapter 1 is set April 12th, 1873 in coastal South Carolina. Julius Lee straightened when the skiff brushed the dock, wood whispering against wood. Yeah, very curious about this. And so that's great that it checks 2 boxes for these. Slide those in there. That will be my mystery / standalone. Okay, back to these cards. Draw from the bottom. So I'm going to take 3 from the bottom. Let's see, what's it say? Written by multiple authors. Okay, I can't think of one off the top of my head that's on my shelf, but we'll see. The next one has a person on the cover. Might have one for that. And translated from a different language. I don't have much for this on my shelf. I do have more like ebooks or things I can get from the library. Out of all of these, I think the one that's most interesting to me, where did it go? Where is it? Has a person on the cover, because I've got actually like a few books from my 40 before 40 that could work for this, but I have one here in front of me that I would like to read, and that is Shadows of Self by Brandon Sanderson. This is the second book in the Wax and Wane series, the 5th book in the Mistborn series, and I read book 1 in this series, this era, like over 2 years ago already. Yikes. So I would like to continue with it. It took me forever to get it from the library, and I recently got it, and my daughter has been reading it. So now she's getting farther in the series than I am, which is not good. I need to keep going. So this era is set, it's kind of like Wild West. The series has to do with like metals, power. People have different powers with different metals they ingest and stuff, which is different when you're in the Wild West and people have like guns. Yeah, I don't really know if I can read anything about it because it's book 2 in the series. The funny thing is, I didn't love book 1, but I think it might have been like the time I was reading it. There's a map. Also, I listened to it on audio, and Reika has said that there's like actually newspaper articles and stuff in here. I don't know where they are. And I think there was in book 1 too, but I totally missed it because I was just listening to it. Oh, of course I just saw it. Yeah, it's like big full page articles. I don't know. Let's see what the first sentence says. Oh, and there's even more maps, of course. Prologue we'll skip. Okay, it's long. It's a long prologue. Part 1. Chapter 1 says 17 years later. Winsting smiled to himself as he watched the setting sun. Okay, that's not very interesting as a first sentence, but yeah, it'll be good to continue this series and keep going. I own the next 2. This is the only one of the series I don't own. And like I said, I've had a hold on it from the library forever. So now that I actually have it, I want to read it. Okay, well, that's the person on the cover. Let's see where we're drawing from next. Shuffle and pick the 6th card. We will see if we like the 6th card here. Oh, shuffle. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever this is. Pick a random book and turn to page 15. One of the words from that page need to be in the title of your next read. That's very complicated, but why don't we just use Shadows of Self here? I'll turn to page 15. Let's see. Oh, that's actually the prologue. So let me start reading the prologue. I will just read off some random words that maybe would be in a cover, in a title. Face, horse, spur, stir up. That's not going to happen. Once. I think I maybe have a book with word once. Destroyer. Steel. Round. Yours. Spring. Filling. Common. I can't. What did I say? Maybe once? I'm gonna go see if I can find something. I probably have a book with one of these words, but I can't find it. So I'm gonna go to Raccoon Key, see if there's a page 15 here. Oh, it doesn't have page numbers. Oh, interesting. Okay, we will pick a different one. The Sands of Blue. I can't read the cover of this. The Sands of Sea Blue Beach. I don't know, it's too much of a tongue twister for me. Page 15. What are some words? Party, gloves, lights, sadness. Voice. Do I have something with voice? Summer. Snow. I don't want to really read a snow book. Oh, okay. This one has the word one in it. And I have a book that has the word ones in the title. I might count that. I'll see if there's anything else. If not, I'll just grab that one. Okay, we're just gonna go with the diseased ones. It's plural. The word wasn't plural on page 15, but that's the best I could do. This is by Danielle Harrington, the first book in the Hollis Timewire series. It's a dystopian book. It's set in 2647. Life is easy in 2647 unless you're a diseased one. And on the morning of her 16th birthday, Hollis Timewire receives the worst possible news. She can't become a citizen of the world. She's a diseased one. So she must discover the truth and is willing to risk anything, including her powers, to go back home. Born with a biomarker that bestows dangerous, brain-altering powers, Hollis is forced to hide underground with other diseased ones, who believe that the government falsified history to cover up their genocide. Now Hollis must discover the truth and is willing to risk anything, including her powers, to go back home. I got this on a really good deal. It was like regular $37 Canadian and was on sale for $7, which was spectacular. Sentence 1, today my life changes for the better. Well, based on the premise of the book, I'm guessing it probably doesn't. Okay, so there's that one. So this is dystopian. Got a little bit of everything going on here so far. Let's pull this stack. What are we doing next? Draw from the bottom. Once again, I'll just pull 3 from the bottom and choose the most interesting one. The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins. I've started that one before. Didn't get very far. Probably not going to pick that. A book from your childhood. No ideas off the top of my head. Pick a book that matches a bookmark. Ooh, I have some pretty bookmarks. I have had people make very pretty bookmarks. Okay, definitely not going to be The Moonstone. A book from my childhood. I don't really think that I have any on my shelf from my childhood. I have very different reading tastes now than I used to, so I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to find a book that matches a bookmark. I could totally cheat and use a bookmark that came with a book that like completely matches. I'll see what I have for bookmarks and see if I can find something else first. If not, it might be a cheat. I don't know if that's really a cheat. They definitely match. Okay, I used this bookmark that Holly made. It's got like a girl in the jungle. We've got some like green and red and yellow. And then on the back here it says, get lost in a good story. More red and green and like a purpley bluish color. And the book I came up with is The Lion Women of Tehran. I think I've had this on a TBR before. I feel like it's got like some of the same colors. Not a perfect fit, but yeah, I've heard good things from a friend who has different reading tastes than me, but it is historical fiction set in the 50s in Tehran. And I think it will be a read that when I'm finished, I'm glad I read it. I'm not sure it's going to be one that I like enjoy while I'm reading it, if that makes sense. Let's, this is set in the 50s. 7-year-old Ellie lives in grand comfort until the untimely death of her father, forcing her and her mother to move to a tiny home downtown. Lonely and bearing the brunt of her mother's endless grievances, Ellie dreams of having a friend to alleviate her isolation. And then she meets a friend. Yeah, so I don't know. Definitely out of my like norm. Let's see if I can find the first sentence. This is set in December 1981 for chapter 1. I stood on the lacquered floor, a small woman in black with a rectangular name badge on my chest. Not a great first sentence, but it doesn't always mean anything. Okay, that was my book that matches a bookmark. I may as well just stick this bookmark right in here. I think it would be perfect to read with that. Do you guys match books and bookmarks? Because I don't, but apparently this time I do. Let's see what we got on this next one. Draw until you hit a Patreon recommendation. I can't remember what color they are, but they have a color on the back. So I will just go until I hit a color and we'll see if it's the right one. No color. Is it this bluey teal? Oh yes, this must be Fairy Winter by Janae Lee Simner. I have no idea what this is, so I'm gonna grab my phone and look this up. Okay, apparently this is part of a series. This is a book 2 in a series. Not sure if one needs to read book 1 first. Book 1 is called Bones of Fairy, but let's see, Fairy Winter. Lisa is a summoner. She can draw life to herself, even from beyond the grave. And because magic works both ways, she can drive life away. Months ago, she used her powers to banish her dangerous father and to rescue her mother, lost in dreams, from the ruined land of Fairy. But in the wake of the war between humanity and Fairy, Lisa lived in a world where green things never slept, where trees sought to root in living flesh and bone, but now the forests have fallen silent. Even the wintergreen's branches are bare, winter crops won't grow, and the threat of starvation looms, and deep in the forest, a dark, malevolent will is at work. To face it, Lisa will have to find within herself something more powerful than magic alone. Okay, so I'm gonna look this up, see if I can get my hands on it. One of the books I pulled for my TBR last month, it turns out like it's not really, I can't get my hands on it here. The library doesn't have it. I could buy it from Amazon for $54, but for a book that I have never read and I don't know if I'm going to enjoy, that I'm not going to do. So we'll see if I can get my hands on this for less than $54. Okay, next one here. Draw until you hit a prompt that works for a library book. Okay, let's just see here. This is an actual recommendation. What does this one say? A buzzword book. So this is a book that would work for the buzzword challenge by Books and Lala. I'm gonna grab my reading journal that has her challenge in it, and I'll see if I have a library book that I have out or that I have coming that would fit this. I am very loosely following her challenge this year. I'm kind of just looking at the list every now and then and seeing if I have any books that I've read that have fit them. Okay, technically for May, the prompt is make. So I think it has to have the word make in it, which I don't think any of the ones I have here do. I don't know if I have any on my shelf that would fit. I think usually you can use that as the root word. So you could do making, maker, etc. I don't know that I have any. Another prompt is keyboard keys. The words this and that. I'm assuming it could be either one. It doesn't have to be both. Ordinal numbers, which is first, second, third. Do I have anything for that? I've got last. It's not a number though. And I'm reading that a different month actually. Right, okay, this might be harder than I thought. What else? I have a couple of them filled in already. One is groups and clubs. Me and my. Parts of a house. This is harder than I was expecting. Let me just take a look at my shelf again. Sometimes one just needs to get closer to the shelf and then you can see things. One of the prompts is this and that, and I have even after this. So I'm gonna count it. I don't remember if it had to have the word this and the word that, or if it was either one, but whatever. I'm gonna choose this one. So I just hauled this one as well. Still obsessed with this cover. Just love the colors. This is one that came with a bookmark that I was I could read this one for the one that matches the bookmark because it's the exact thing. This is book 1 in Shelter and Sky by Deborah Clack. 4 years after tragedy, Meredith Harper is tired of hiding in her corner of Texas and living life like a game of dodgeball. She packs up her grief, awkward social graces, and sizable life insurance in search of a vacation investment property in Colorado Springs. A botched dinner reservation throws her into the path of a bona fide movie star, and Meredith pushes through her comical celebrity neurosis to discover he is charming but a terrible dancer. A viral video of a daring rescue makes Harlan Holcomb's celebrity star stronger, with millions of his fans deeming him a real-life Hercules. But a minute of heroism doesn't absolve his past mistakes. Okay, let's try... Oh, I also saw some text messages in this one. Not very many though. Let's try sentence 1. The elevator doors slide open to the exquisite Penrose room, and for the first time in 4 years, I question if I'm some kind of Macocyst widow. I just barely looked up how to pronounce this word and I don't even know. I don't know why word pronunciation is so hard for me. Anyway, yeah, curious. Beautiful cover. Like sometimes that means more than like a synopsis to me. Definitely judge books by the cover. Okay, where are we at here? How many books we got? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 2 more or more. I don't know. We'll see. What's this say? Draw from the top. So I'll take the top 3 if I can ever get it. A buzzword book. Okay, probably not going to do that one. A buzzword book again. Okay, these ones didn't get shuffled very much. And Age of Opportunity by Paul David Tripp. I forgot. Actually, I have another book I have to add. I have a really long nonfiction that I need to read in May. It's the Timothy Keller biography by Colin Hanson, I think it is. That's for my in-person Christian nonfiction book club. Forgot about that. So I don't think I can put in another nonfiction. So then my other options are buzzword books. So we're gonna pick another one off the top here. A booktuber's favorite. Ideally, I would have a list of some of the booktubers that I enjoy, books that they've enjoyed recently. I could look up to see what Amy's been reading recently. She's been blogging every day, and she just shared a bunch of books today. Maybe one of them I could read, or I can quickly check to see what Heather's been enjoying. Those ones will be easy. Where's my phone? I'm just gonna quickly check Instagram, and I'll check Heather, the Reading Mama. Is that her? Yeah, the Reading Mama. She devours a lot of books. I'm just gonna see if there's one that she has read and enjoyed recently that I have on my shelf. That is not one that I recommended. Apparently I do not have very many of these on my shelves, or I've already read them. Searching. Okay, maybe we'll do one that I have the ebook for, because this is also on my 40 before 40. It finishes a series. It's Valley of Dragons. She loved the series according to her Instagram. I don't know if she loved every book. I'm trying to figure out there's the card. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one, and then I didn't really enjoy all the ones in the middle, but now I've got book 5 left, and I would like to finish the series. So it is like a cozy fantasy set in Victorian England, and yeah, okay, I will do that one. That way that will help my 40 before 40. Yeah, let's do at least one more here. Draw 5 cards, look at them, put them face down, and pick one. So let's just see here. I'll tell you what the 5 are. We've got a series of unfortunate events. I need to continue that series. Fire and Night. This is an arc that I have. There's an ebook. Title has a word from a random word generator. That was 4. I need one more here. What is this card? The Book Lover's Library. That's another one that I have the arc for, even though like that book came out a while ago. So I'm going to shuffle them. And they have colors on them, so I'm going to not look. And I will pick one, and we will see if I hate it or if I will just read it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, that one fell. I gotta shuffle again. I think there's 5 here somewhere. I generally pick in the middle, whatever this is. Okay, title has a word from a random word generator. Let's pull up a random word generator, and hopefully it's not too random. Or maybe get it to, yeah, it generated the word priority. Let's get it to generate 20 words, and we'll see if I meet, distinct, paralyzed, sacrifice, ground, joke, upset, coincidence, tick, ceremony, toll, psychology, witch, book. Hey, it's got the word book in it. I might actually have a book with the word book in it. Lot, aloof, net, proper, corn, create. Well, it is random. Honestly, book is the most likely one here. I'm gonna take a look. We'll see if I can find one. Okay, I probably do have one with the word book in it, but I couldn't find one. Once again, it might just be staring me like directly in the face, but we're gonna generate 20 more words and we will see. Berry, attic, thinker, healthy, environment, ample, predator, presidential, unity, twitch, true, that, consciousness, thank, margin, ton, command, addition, produce, innovation. Wow, okay. I wish I had all my books put into Goodreads and I could just search, but the truth is I don't. I get lazy. I feel like the word true shouldn't be that hard, but do I see anything right now? No. Okay, let's do another generation. Voice, lick. Okay, child. Oh, I know I do have one with the word child, but I don't want to read that. That's a thick classic. Okay, last one. I'm gonna do one more. Nap, greeting, rugby. Okay, now these are too random. They're too much. Too original. Time. Do I have one with the word time? Okay, this isn't working. We're gonna have to pick a different one. Where were the other 4? Okay, well, I really don't want to read a series of unfortunate events. Okay, you know what? We're gonna pick 5 more off of here, and then we're gonna pick from there. Defy the Night. I actually don't want to finish that series, so let's try another one. What we got? The Restorationists. Oh, that's a series, but this isn't colored. Birdsong. That's an arc I finished. And then it was September. That's an arc I have. The Sands of Blue, Sea Blue Beach. I have that one on my list already. Salt in the Seas. That's an arc I have not read. Yikes. Set in a Country You've Been To. And a retelling. Okay, I think I have 5 here now after weeding out the ones I've already read. Let's just pick one. I guess I should shuffle them. Otherwise I'll overthink it. Do I want to do this one? The Restorationists. No, I don't want to do that one. Do I want to do this one? Set in a Country You've Been To. Yes, I want to do this one. Because I just want to pick something that's in England. What do I got that's set in England? Yeah, we'll do the new Joanna Davidson Politano book. Set in England, set in Cornwall. Never been to Cornwall specifically, but that's not a country. Okay, so The Life She Forgot. This is actually going to be a series, and it's the House on the Edge of the Cliff series. This is the 3rd video in a row that I'm talking about this book. So we're set in Cornwall in 1913. A lady forgets her memories, forgets her life, and loses her memories and ends up getting married and then starts to remember a wedding. And then we're also set in 1947. Let's just try the first sentence. Chapter 1, we're with Marin, who is our character in 1913. I proposed to Ainsel Winthorpe in a spontaneous rush of words, and only then do I notice that the birds have fallen silent. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, really looking forward to this. I would really like to go to Cornwall sometime. This is, I think, a good one to end my TBR creation on. Oops, gotta put my card in here. I've got a few ebooks for the month and then like a decent stack of physical books, if I can get them all in a stack here. If I can read these, I think that'll be a great reading month. Let me know what you plan on reading in May. Are you joining in for the Read Your Bookshelf Challenge or the Indie Book Club? I would love to hear it, and I hope you have an excellent reading month.